So we last left off, you had just gotten a mission from Father McFlibbity.
Oh yeah, I need to get the angel corpses, and get them back here.
Yes.
I remember, even though it's been a while.
Well, people keep
I remember
canceling.
how to play this game.
Alright, so Holo, since you're new, you get to make all choices. That's how it works. Now remember that there was no time restraint, and I could take my time, so
Correct.
I'm just gonna make sure I'm all healed.
Alright.
I'm gonna take the time it takes to remove my 18 wounds. Now I know I can smell the flower.
Yes.
So I'll just roll a d20 right now. I healed from 6. So I'd wait a whole day and smell it again. I'm smart, and then I would be fully healed. So I'm spending 2 days rocking out.
Does anyone have any objections or want to do anything in the meantime?
Nope.
Nope.
I guess I'm just going to be hanging out with Jakey Boy for 2 days.
I'll just be observing it with interest.
Yes, because you are not allowed to stay in the place, Eric, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know. I stormed
The
out
angels
at the end of the last one.
That you go away. That you GTFO. Anyway, so yeah, days have passed. What are you doing?
Right, you gotta get the gang together, and I'm gonna storm that Satanist club.
Club?
Satan Club.
Sounds
Aw,
violent.
yeah.
Well, how are you doing then?
Jakey Boy doesn't want to come. Well, I wonder if we can still borrow a car. Wait, maybe...
Just take his whole friggin' arsenal with us.
Maybe we should have a plan that goes beyond just go in there and get it.
We should at least knock and introduce ourselves.
We don't have that many resources when you think about it.
Like, we just need to get a angel corpse.
Yes.
And we know where the tent is.
Yep.
And I mean, I might be able to go in there without immediately getting kicked out.
That's true.
There's also just the invisibility cloak, but then there's the corpse. I don't know.
But can you haul the corpses out, though?
Yeah.
Mm.
Were we there at night? Because I don't know if we would know how heavily guarded it was at night or something like that.
I think it was in the day. Because we had dinner, remember?
Yeah.
But, I mean, my idea is, go in the night, and then if there aren't that many guards, then, we can just, sneak in with, the invisibility cloak and drag it out or something.
Yeah, that's a decent idea, honestly.
I mean, Rescal might even be able to get it underneath the cloak. Walk out hugging the angel or something.
It's kind of gross, but it has to be done. I forgot your name, Holo.
Barnaby Johnson.
Oh, right.
You can call me Mr. Johnson.
Johnny, did you ever step out of this city before?
Not recently.
Alright, so you don't do... Are you surprised or shocked if I mention the fact that there's an encampment of Satanists not that far away?
Doesn't surprise me too much.
Alright, but you never interacted with those, though, I gather. But so that means, though, they don't know you at all.
Oh.
That is accurate.
Well,
as far as you know,
suppose I could
never
introduce myself.
I'm gonna ask you a very important question.
Right.
How good are you at making friends?
That depends on the friends.
How good are you at pretending to make friends?
I can be quite persuasive.
Alright, so I think either you try to convince them to bring the corpse to a new location that is less defended, or keep the whole tribe occupied so that we can go in and get them.
The issue with like persuading them to move the corpse is that like they said it was like super sacred, so like
Yeah,
I don't think they would budge.
I'm thinking the second option
Sure, I could
is...
convince them to do something.
If not, I mean, the second option, though, is still valid. Just, like, have them do a party like they did when they spoke with us to minimize the guards.
I'm
a
a writer for Booze and Cars.
I mean, perhaps I could go with him as a kind of apology trip.
If you're
Seems
confident,
appropriate.
you can make it work.
And,
But
like,
they were really mad when we came out.
I can't imagine why.
I think
Not
a
like
proper
you
apology
literally
is called for.
attacked their leader or anything.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, maybe Holo could be like the head of Booze and Cars PR or something.
I think that would really only work if like Rezcow was far away, like not possible to be seen, and you like brought like a gift or something.
Well, yeah, obviously, like, me and probably you, Pyro, because you're going to be assisting me, like, would be somewhere else completely when they go in, and the idea is we'll sneak in to get those corpses out.
Yeah. I'll stand guard.
What do you think Satan is like?
Satan?
As a, we'll get them
Seems accurate.
Satan as a gift.
Oh. Just walk up, he's in your hand. Hey guys.
If only the Pantheon had baseball cards, try to find Satan's and offer it.
Oh.
Buy the latest Marilyn Manson tape or whatever.
I mean, what did they look like? They like Booze and Cars too, even though they're all toads.
They are in fact fans. Or
I'm
well, certainly at the point they were fans of Booze and Cars.
sure everyone likes money. I could always just give them some money.
That's just not as personal, though.
Yeah, we're getting into why. You know, this is
Hey, here's
basic
some
gift
money.
giving.
Now let us go.
I mean, I
Everyone can be
guess
bought
you
for the right
could
price.
Get him a
could
gift
pass it-
card.
you could pass off money as like a donation to the cause, if that's a thing.
Here's a gift card to Target.
That seems somewhat insincere. I'm confident I can convince them to let us in.
So you want to just wing it, do you?
I'm not
I'm sure we can make it work.
I know we. Okay.
I'm sure if we're polite about it.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna offer some constructive criticism. We've had bad experience with winging it.
Well, you're not me.
That is accurate.
I will warn you, if things go wrong, I can teleport.
Can you teleport other people or just you?
No.
Thank you for
I mean,
informing me.
I mean just me.
Well, thank you for being honest.
If things go wrong,
I can always lay
you
the blame
dead.
on you.
Yeah, if you want to like take charge on trying to get in there, I'll back you up, I guess.
I mean,
We
you
have
just
no
admitted
better
that you
plan.
don't go out a whole lot, so, like, be careful.
It doesn't mean I have no knowledge or understanding of anything.
I mean, these
So,
people
yeah.
are perfectly nice to you.
I'm sure if we're polite, they'll allow us at least a moment of their time.
Just gonna warn you, though, if they offer you anything to drink...
Oh,
refuse.
don't even start with this.
Why? You were poisoned!
I was not poisoned.
Yes, you were!
Look, I'm not very good with
How-
alcohol, okay?
If you're the poisoned, how would you know whether you were poisoned or not?
I know what being drunk feels like.
What if it's a poison that feels like you're drunk, though?
I mean, we could commandeer an aircraft.
How?
An
I
aircraft?
have no idea, but I can fly one.
I mean, aircrafts exist. I'll be curious to know what your strategy
get
is
it.
in getting one.
Just get a UFO. Bring us the angel.
Alright, let's just step to home
Would be-
hardware and get in.
It would be an easy way of getting the item out.
So what you should do is go to Satanist and ask if you can borrow an aircraft.
The only way I can think of getting the corpse offhand is invisible Rescow. At least, not without fighting them.
That could work.
I just feel that if it's just that, like, I think that yurt is guarded, right?
Maybe? Yeah, there's at least one guy outside it.
So that's why there should still be try to be like something that gets everyone's attention
Yeah.
to let me operate.
Maybe we can ask to see it again, and then I'll, cut a hole in the back for you to get in.
You think you can do that?
I would
Well, I
have thought the better alternative would be to draw attention away from the...
Yeah, but, if we
But what do we need to if we go at night? That's the question.
Maybe I could say that I was so captivated by it that we should just ask for one.
We could pretend to be angel corpse inspectors.
Oh boy.
From the head Satan novices, make sure your angel corps are in check.
Yes. Why not?
This is sounding an awful lot like maids. AOD was what was it? Like munitions aficionado or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
A bank truck aficionado.
Oh right. I mean, if that's the direction you want to go, you can go there.
Hey, so I'm just a corpse tourist, and I heard you had interesting corpse.
I'm sure if we could provide convincing documentation, they'd let us through.
And can you make said documentation?
I can certainly try.
Okay, how about you try and we look at it, and if it's shit, we don't do it.
Alright then. I guess I'm trying to make some documentation that identifies us as...
I mean, also there's the problem that they know that, well, they think I work at Booze and Cars as an editor.
They don't think I do.
Well, you're,
Yeah.
Well,
Turns out, maybe you were not actually an editor, that was just a test. I don't know.
It's my part-time job.
You guys have some pretty incredible plans, I gotta say.
There are absolutely no flaws here. Don't worry.
I moonlight as an angel corpse detector.
Well, you see, I collect Angel Corpse sketches, and I realized I never took a sketch of yours, so...
It's for a new, series in Cars and Booze.
Called Angel Corpses.
Yeah. Angel Corpse across the world.
Yeah, it's just a car filled with angel corpses on the cover.
Okay. Maybe an idea, maybe pass it off as we're doing some documentary on mushroom Satanist practices or something. Because that would be a little bit more reasonable than corpse inspector.
True. I mean, actually, yeah, maybe Holo could be from an other magazine, and I told him about the Satanist camp and how interesting it was.
That's plausible.
What other magazine?
I don't know.
Angel Corpse Weekly.
Goombas and boats. Let's go.
Boat spelled B-O-A-T-Z apostrophe Z.
Well, of course.
I think it's only proper. It's at least it had correct spelling.
Oh, it's a classy magazine, that one.
Of course.
Hey, are you putting down my magazine?
I'm just saying it has
No
a different
offense,
audience.
Jakey Boy huffs in the background.
So, can we agree on a plan?
All of them, all at once.
I'm a corpse inspector who is also working for a magazine.
Look, in these trying war times, it's normal for people to have more than one job.
I mean, like, just some kind of religious magazine might work.
That's true.
Well, I was just like a book or something.
I mean, if you really would want to take the least amount of chance possible, you could say that you're starting a new magazine about Satanism, and you decide to interview them as your number one volume.
That is plausible.
Or yeah.
Yeah, then, like, we wouldn't, like, because they wouldn't have heard of it, because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, like, you can even say that, you introduced them, and he just wanted to have no actual, like, direct experience to just confirm a point or two.
This seems a lot more plausible than corpse inspector.
Yeah, I'm liking this. We could do this.
Alright.
I am helpful.
Okay. I think we'd best devote ourselves entirely to the guys.
Meanwhile, I'll be hiding somewhere.
Great. I'm gonna try and make myself a fake business card / ID, identifying myself as the lead editor of this.
Alright, roll
Newfound
charisma
magazine.
artistry.
Is this your first roll?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
trying to remember how
man.
this works.
So much pressure.
Crit, fail, crit, fail, crit.
You do it in crayon.
3.
Well, you're allowed to reroll your skill. Did you reroll your skill? Unless your skill roll was a 1.
I don't have the skill, so
Oh.
Oh.
that was just
Well,
base charisma.
Why did you
Everybody-
offer it?
Everybody roll alertness perception.
Oh, man, alright.
Oh boy. Why didn't I look?
So you've done your business card in pencil. And not even like a particularly sharp pencil, but like a kind of blunt number 3 pencil.
I crit failed. 1 and 1.
I got 4.
Looks like it's all up to me, guys.
That is accurate.
Oh!
Well-
I got a 3!
Oh my god.
We're all just so
Red
excited.
You think it's just really nice. You've never seen such a great business card
see,
in your life.
I've heard that new business cards had this new trend, and I think this is it, right?
And no one else is... Did all of you re-roll your skill? Unless you got a 1 in skill.
Yes, I re-rolled my skill. I would have gotten a 5, but I re-rolled and hit a 1.
I did not reroll my skill. I should probably do that.
Oh.
Oh, 1. That's nice.
Alright, so what's your new one, Xerix? Because you have to
3.
take the second one.
So it's a crit fail and 2 3s.
Well, you guys think it's fine. I mean, it looks... Honestly, it looks like just about any other business card you've cared to see, whatever.
To be fair, most of us don't really work with businesses. So
Exactly, yeah.
we just...
Hey, let's ask
You remember?
Michaela.
You vaguely remember Michaela's business card, and it looks something like this. You think? probably.
Yeah, we saw like 2 months ago.
It was like, yeah, it was 2 months ago, and it was roughly this shape.
Alright, yeah, so hey. You seem to be a
Oh,
very
awesome.
talented individual.
I guess it would do.
I see.
Oh. This is too good.
Alright. So, are you doing any more prep before you go?
I don't suppose I have any shells for my mortar, right?
I think you do, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have 3 shells. Okay, well I'm gonna make sure I got that in the trunk of whatever vehicle we're using.
Are
Just
you
in
loading
case.
one into the mortar already?
Yes.
Okay. Okie doke.
This is gonna go
anyone-
so well.
Anyone else have any preparation?
I don't have anything to prepare for.
Bring your modem.
Oh man, I'm gonna hack the angel corpse.
Do you think Jakey Boy would mind if I like took his magic stuff with me?
I'm gonna probably say no, but
Let's ask
try
him.
not to use it. Like, you can use it in a pinch. How about that?
Okay, I was just thinking like the weather scepter would be useful if things go bad.
I
Okay.
feel like the weather scepter's like the one thing you might actually land because it's not a weapon.
Yeah, you can take the weather scepter with you.
Okay.
Alright, well. So when are we doing this? So in the evening? Like, when are we trying to time it for when we're gonna get there?
Dusk.
Gotta be
Yeah.
properly dramatic.
We
In
shall
the
go at
twilight.
dusk. We shall depart in the twilight of the sun.
At the next
But yeah.
solar eclipse.
But yeah, if this flops, then it's dusk. We can just like wait a little bit and do the night plan as backup.
Yeah. Oh, do we have a car?
Well-
Jakey boys.
Jakey Boy is staying at his friend's, but, you know, you are at a hideout. You could ask for a car.
So that's what we'll do. Yeah. So yeah,
Alright.
we'll just borrow one of their cars.
You're gonna go ask Father McLibity.
Yes.
He says, "Oh, a car, my laddie. Oh, I remember when back in the day, we didn't have carts. We had horse-controlled buggies, and we used to race them and throw turtle shells at each other. Oh, those were the days. Have I mentioned that we've seen angels now?
You did.
Oh. Well, that's lovely. You wanted a car, did you?"
I would appreciate it.
He says, "Oh, back in my day." And after another couple loops, he gives you a car.
Got a car.
He says, "Now bring it back in at least one piece, boyo."
Can't promise anything other than I will try.
That's
I mean-
all we can ask.
I mean, at least one piece is very easy to maintain.
I don't know. With the adventures we had, we could have a partial piece. Since Jakey Boy's not there, I'm driving.
Alright, roll drive check.
What is it paired with?
Agility.
Alright. Doink. Doink. Time to roll real bad with a 6.
Alright, I mean, honestly, like, you're gonna start having some serious trouble once you get off-road. But for now, since you're on-road, you're doing alright up until you get to the checkpoint.
Alright.
and the person at the checkpoint tells you to pull forward. We need to inspect your car.
Yeah, the rigmarole again.
We have nothing, so.
Well, roll an intelligence memory check, Raquel.
I know there's a loaded mortar.
Okay. So you're not caring about that.
If they'll ask, I'll say that we're going to go after the Satanist.
Oh!
Alright. Well, eventually, they go through your car and one of them does kind of jump and he says, What is this?
Oh yeah, we're I informed you guys like a few days ago there's a camp of Satanists out there, right?
You are aware that that's our job to handle that stuff, right?
Well, look, I have a personal grudge.
At least you're honest.
Hey, it's true. It's true.
And, I figured that I would go ahead and quench said grudge without bothering any of you fine gentlemen. Don't worry about it. I'm good friends with Morton Jr.
Is there someone who can vouch for you?
Well, who was here like a couple of days ago? I spoke with them and they verified that I was friends with Morton Jr.
We're gonna have to confiscate this for now. Please pull into the parking lot.
Fine.
roll a charisma influence diplomacy check.
Okay, so this is...
We can just pick it up on the way back. It's okay. It's okay. I pat Rez.
Jesus, fart zone. Okay, I rerolled skill and it's better, but still just 7.
Alright. He says, "Oh, sir." A couple hours pass. He says, "Sir, I've been able to verify that you certainly know Morton Jr., apparently. Has he authorized you for this mission?"
Shit, I can't lie.
Absolutely. I jump in.
Oh.
Roll charisma influence deception.
Alright, let me get my die right. Which one do you re-roll again?
The skill.
The skill.
It's always gonna be the skill.
Okay. Is it unless it's a 1?
Unless it's a 1. You can never re-roll a 1.
Right. Okay, in which case that's 5.
This is a terrible rolling session. What is going on?
Look, we gotta warm him up.
It's been a while. You're rusty.
It's been a while since we couldn't make any progress because we just kept failing everything.
Alright, well,
It's
he
'cause
says...
Jakey boy isn't here.
Uh-huh. Sir, somehow I don't believe that. I'm gonna need you to... Since you're friends with Morton, I'm gonna need to either verify that this mission was given to you by him, which will take a couple days, or you can leave your mortar here, and you can pick it up on the way back.
Just leave the mortar.
Fine.
We don't need the mortar.
Fine, don't fire it.
It's a shame this is such a time-critical mission, otherwise I'm sure we could wait for a couple of days.
No, but we're out.
As I said, time-critical. We can't afford to wait a few days,
Yeah.
so unfortunately we'll have to leave this behind.
Oh, look, but when I take it back, the shell better still be in it, alright?
They say, wait, this thing is loaded? Oh my god.
Well, yeah. What did you think I was gonna do with it?
You're terrifying.
No, I'm Rescow. Alright, everyone. I guess we gotta leave this here.
Alright. And as you drive out of the place, you start to have serious problems actually
So
getting anywhere.
And
Your
if I
car
wanna
begins
take
to
over-
stall
Are you
out.
sure you can drive? Are you sure you don't want me to take over?
anyways, we need a split, and you guys should drive in. So yeah, go ahead and take the wheel.
Alright, roll an agility drive check.
Alright, I need to get the dice right again. Forgetting the shapes.
What do you have in agility drives?
Hang on.
I have 12 and 2, so...
That is those.
I have 12 and 4.
Those two. 9.
Well, you do an alright job. You don't do much better of a job than Raukal, but you do an adequate job. It's going to take you double the time if not more, maybe even closer to triple, the time it took Jakey Boy to do the same trip.
We're gonna arrive in the dead of night.
I'm afraid my specialty isn't in driving cars.
What is your specialty? I asked you last time and you wouldn't tell me.
Aircraft.
Blimps!
I'm much more practiced.
I want to know your backstory as to how you got practiced in blimps or whatever you have. You're part
It's
of
a long story.
the first order, the first admiral's committee of blimp aficionados.
More or less.
I'm gonna mutter under my breath how bad his driving is the entire way.
Anyway, many hours pass.
Hey, Jakey Boy, want to play car? Oh.
Jacob Boy is back hanging with his friends. And, so some time passes, and eventually you see the Satanist camp off in the distance. Everybody roll me alertness perception as well, incidentally.
Oh.
Cool.
That's a good sign.
Holy shit, I rolled good. I got a 17.
Check out the sweet 5.
10.
8.
Well, everyone who got a 15 or above, which I think is just Pyro, right?
Oh man, I'm special.
You see off in the distance, way past the camp, you see what looks like a small distant light shining in the distance. Considering this is
relay
dusk,
this
you know, this seems to be very artificial. And in fact, squinting, you see a bunch of different lights off in the distance.
So beyond the yurts.
Way beyond the earth, yeah.
Can I tell if they're moving?
No, they don't seem to be moving right now.
Okay.
Can she tell the nature of the lights?
They seem artificial.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
Some of
it's
them
like,
are occasionally flicker.
I'm thinking it's like some like army. I don't know,
And you also notice that
but like they're not moving.
you also notice that the camp is there's many more guards guarding the camp currently.
Man,
Oh, good.
I
So
suppose
you-
we'd best go and introduce ourselves.
All right. Well, me and Hannah, we're gonna debark. And we're gonna go on the other side of Yurt Town. And
should we head for the lights?
Well, I wish you luck.
well, I mean, the lights will be. We can look at them as we get into position, but like unless it's super important, we should stick to the plan as much as possible.
Yeah.
I would like to
We'll
know
see.
what those lights are.
Are they like shaped in any way, as in like in any kind of formation?
They're quite a ways away, so they're
Okay.
they look like one light. It's only when she squints that she can really make out that there's multiple lights.
Okay, so they're really far away.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get distracted.
So I'll like check them like every half hour or something. See where they are.
Okay. I will make a note of that. Alright, so who's going up?
Me.
And me.
So you're just going up as
Man,
yourselves,
the two
Eric.
butt faces.
So just walking straight up to the front gate, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, as you do, the people point at you. See two guards manning the front of the camp, and they point at you and yell and raise their guns. They say, "Halt!"
Cooperate.
And they say, "We need
I
backup
stand still
here."
and I stand still and raise my hat at them and hail them. Hello. Good evening.
They say, "We're gonna need to. We're not authorized to talk to you."
Ah, that seems...
They say, "Where's
rather
our
impolite.
backup?"
I'm sure you don't need backup just to talk to a couple of journalists.
It's okay, you guys. I've been here before. Don't you recognize me?
They look at you for a second. They say, "Yes."
It's okay. It's just us two. No certain incident causing people or anything.
A bunch of more
quite-
guards run up.
My acquaintance here merely informed me about the nature of your camp, and I went to see it for myself.
So there's like 10 or 12 guards now.
I'm still
And-
I'm still just standing there, relatively nonchalant. I'm
Same.
fairly convinced I can
Bless
just
your
pop my weapon
soul.
even.
And they all have guns trained at you. And they say, "Silence! We'll get to the bottom of this."
Chicky Boy is gonna be like, why am I alone in the team now suddenly?
This is fairly rude.
Anyway, some time passes. And then a wizened old lady appears with a big old staff.
Greetings.
She says,
Is
"It's
that-
you again. What are you doing
Ah.
back here?" This is the
Well-
lady who you drank with. Had a
Yeah,
lovely time.
Did she have a name?
It's in my lore thing. One sec. Actually, I have noted down here she never gave you her name.
Oh. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, hello again. I hope we haven't come at a bad time or anything.
She says, "What are you doing here?
Well,
I told you never to come back."
If my
We-
acquaintance's presence is a problem, I'm sure there's no problem in...
"Who are you?" And she points her staff at you.
Barnaby Johnson, at your service. Give a slight bow.
Roll a charisma diplomacy check.
10.
Would you like to spend a plot point?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Here
Okay.
seems worthwhile, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, I'll spend a plot point.
Where the heck is your... Where in the heck is your character sheet? Why did it not sync like everyone else's? Can you send me your character sheet again real quick, Solo?
Yeah, sure.
For some reason it didn't sync to my directory like literally everyone else's did.
You know, I've been writing in it, so I've got my most up-to-date stuff, but
That's
I'll
fine.
send it across. Let me see if I can find it.
Alright. Okay. There you go. So yes, you spend the plot point. And she kind of gets a little bit less on edge. You know, she's still wary, but she's not clearly, like, about to kill you or anything. She's like,
Of course.
"What do you want, Mr. Jones?"
Mr. Johnson.
Johnson.
That's correct, thank you. My acquaintance merely informed me of your interesting establishment, and I came as I am planning to start a magazine of a religious nature, I figured that it would be a useful endeavor to talk to you about your activities, should you be willing.
She says, "You're aware that your friend here tried to kill us all last time he was here, right?"
No. Let me get one thing straight about that. I had no idea what Vescal was going to do, okay? Like, I've only known the guy for like a month, alright?
I want to make it totally clear that I've only heard my acquaintance's account of these events, and therefore anything that he may have done has been told to me only through his lens, and I apologize if there is any problem there.
Roll charisma diplomacy, Xerix, or charisma deception.
Okay. Let's see. 13.
Alright, let me go ahead and roll for her. Real quick. Okay. She looks at you and she says, "Even if I were to believe you, and I'm not sure that I do, how do I know you're not hiding him somewhere? What happened? Where is he?"
I don't know. He went off looking for someone from his church, and then we parted ways.
Why were you with him in the first place?
Oh, that's a long story.
He says, "Yes, I know part of it already. You told me over drinks."
Well, which holes do you need filling in?
Whichever ones you feel comfortable filling in.
We were in a prison camp together. We escaped. That's how I know him.
I
stare
see.
at Vin from a long distance.
Actually, incidentally, you see her turn her head and stare off into the distance. She says, "Never mind. I thought someone was looking at me."
Holy shit.
You did your staring wrong.
And she says, "Fine. What is the nature of your magazine, Mr. Johnson, is it?"
Yes, thank you. It's a study on various religions, their practices, and their quarrels, should they exist. And I feel it's only right to get an accurate perception of all sides of these various different religions. Yours included.
She kind of squints her eyes at you and she says, "Naturally. I'd love to discuss this with you, perhaps over drinks."
Absolutely. Seems appropriate.
Oh. Holo, do you have alcohol tolerance as a skill?
Do you think I do? But it would be rude to refuse such an invitation. I am a gentleman after all.
She
They
says,
do have some
"Lovely.
really good booze here.
Yes. Well, Mr. Van, I think it was.
Yes, that's right.
You've shown your friend here. You can go now."
Oh. Come on, don't be so cold. Didn't we have a good time before the unpleasantness?
The unpleasantness.
She says, "Why should I entertain you? What do you have to offer me?"
I brought this guy here.
Yes, and I'm more than happy to treat him to quite the banquet.
Ah, much appreciated.
Yes, well, unfortunately, our written agreement states that I have to be with him at all times.
Oh.
She says, well, surely you realize that we have no need for such things here.
Unfortunately, I can't disagree with I can't go against a written agreement. I am a gentleman, after all. I can provide you the written agreement if you allow us at a later date. I don't have it with me at the moment.
Oh.
It's very subtle.
She looks at you and she says, well, then that's a shame. I wish you all the best.
Oh, this is unfortunate. You've come all this way.
Very
Unfortunately,
unfortunate.
our schedules would not allow us to visit again before the next publication.
I mean, you wouldn't want the Church of Mushroom Jesus to be on the first issue rather than Mushroom Satan, would you?
Roll
This is
charisma
an
influence. Run charisma.
No.
Roll charisma
Both of us?
intimidation.
Wait, who's rolling what?
Roll charisma intimidation.
Ah, crap, I don't have intimidation.
Guess who else
Oh.
doesn't have intimidation?
I have interrogation.
Close enough.
Can I not use diplomacy for this?
10.
Would you like to spend a plot point? It is
Yes.
a pose, but that would get you over the threshold for...
Yeah, I'll spend a plot point.
Alright. She
Follows the
continues
new player
walking
tradition.
away, and then she pauses for a second and turns around, and she says, fine. I'll allow you under one condition.
Seems
Alright.
acceptable, depending
You
on the
verify to me that you are writing for the magazines you say you are, and you promise that the first issue of your magazine will get we will get exclusive coverage. No other religions.
Seems acceptable. Is there any form of identification you'd like to see to prove our
I don't know.
involvement?
Surely you have something from your business.
Got your sweet
Oh.
business
Oh, of course.
You know that feeling where it's just like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
cards. Just start saying that out loud. and
I'm gonna show the business card I so carefully drawn up.
I
Of
feel
course,
a
this is-
sudden disturbance.
This is, of course, because this is the first issue, we have very low income and profits, so there's... Obviously, our developments are rather low income at the moment.
She takes your card and looks at it. Everybody, you guys roll me charisma perception. And Xerix, you can do this at a +2 dice step.
Okay.
There's the perception.
Let's see.
Charisma perception.
That's a rare one.
+2, so...
4.
Oh my.
Oh, perfect.
14.
Oh wow! Finally a good roll.
Would you like to?
Well, I rolled a
would you like
17
to spend a
for the-
plot point, Xerix?
I probably
have one?
should.
It's up to you.
I have 3, so yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, Polo, she seems convinced. You know, she's buying it. You know, seems good on your end. And Xerix, she seems oddly happy.
Ooh. Okay.
Like way more than you'd expect she would be.
Huh.
If this is evidence enough, then I suppose we can continue with our arrangement.
Absolutely. If you wouldn't mind coming with me. The both of you.
Alright.
Perfect. I guess we'll both follow her then.
Yeah.
And she directs you to a big yurt. And in Xerix, you remember this yurt. This is the yurt where you did your interview before.
Ah. Neat.
And one sec, we're gonna go to private time.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Dun dun dun.